To the UN saying they're 20 miles away. Meanwhile, Russia's bombing campaign continues to target civilians. A child among the victims after war planes hit a village south of Kyiv. Thousands of people trying to flee the capital today on crowded trains. That devastation is causing President Biden to rethink banning Russian oil imports, even though experts suggest the move could raise gas prices in the U.S. even more.
And Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky had some strong words for the U.S. and its allies as Russia's bombing devastates communities.
Zelensky has a conference call scheduled with U.S. senators in the morning as he once again calls for a no-fly zone in the country.
A fireball lit up the Saturday morning sky in northern Ukraine. Bombardment from Russian forces devastating civilian targets across the country. This is the aftermath of another airstrike outside the capital, Kyiv. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky taking his message by video to thousands of protesters gathered in several European cities. This was the scene in Georgia Friday night. Zelensky slammed NATO's decision to reject a no-fly zone over Ukraine.
The only way to actually implement something like a no-fly zone is to send NATO planes into Ukrainian airspace and to shoot down Russian planes. And that could lead to a full-fledged war in Europe.
The United Nations estimates 1.2 million refugees have fled Ukraine in the last 9 days, most going to Poland. Organizations like World Central Kitchen there to meet and feed them just on the other side of the border. Vice President Kamala Harris plans to visit Poland and Romania next week.
We have to stand up now more than ever for the people of Ukraine.
The U.S. is granting temporary protective status to an estimated 75,000 Ukrainians here, allowing them to stay for at least 18 months. Senator Dick Durbin says Congress will soon consider a $10 billion aid package, half for military assistance, half for the humanitarian effort.
My message to the people of Ukraine is God bless you. God bless you for your courage. My message to the people of Russia is stop this madman, Vladimir Putin.
But reaching the Russian people is now even more difficult. Putin signed legislation criminalizing the reporting of information that contradicts the government position, punishable by up to 15 years in prison. The BBC, Bloomberg, and CNN are among the organizations suspending operations there. The country has also blocked Facebook and Twitter, choking off the flow of information, as the U.S. warns the terror has only just begun.
The terrible expectation is that the suffering we've already seen is likely to get worse before it gets better.
Ukraine and Russia are set to talk again this weekend. Ukraine says the top priority is getting Russia to agree to humanitarian routes so women, children, and the elderly can escape, guys.
Jenna Barnes reporting tonight. Thank you. And a new fundraising effort.